Welcome. Ram Branch 2 is pleased you have chosen to look into joining the organization. Congratulations on a successful career and entering the retirement lifestyle. The RAM organization was founded for retired men. The club is centered around monthly luncheons with informative programs, weekly coffee cabinet with fun and interesting speakers and programs, a golf group that caters to senior players. The walking group utilizes the bountiful trails throughout San Luis Obispo County. Our day trippers group organizes interesting and informative trips. The wine tasting group sample the great Central Coast wines. Our dining around group enjoy fellowship and food with members and guests. Likewise, the luncheon group sample the many excellent eating establishments of the Central Coast. The book club reviews and discusses interesting books chosen by the group.
I really enjoy the Rams and look forward to these meetings.
Yeah, I do too. Donna Ann's a great meeting place. Having lunch with a great group of guys is a plus.
Yeah, I've been a member since 1998 and volunteered for the program committee. It's amazing how the club attracts so many interesting speakers.
What blows me away is how many of our members present programs about their interest or career experiences. I really enjoy that.
Right. Can you believe we have members from so many professions involved in our club?
It definitely makes the conversation at our table interesting.
One of my all-time favorite programs was when Brigadier General Gould from Vandenberg Air Force Base spoke about what was going on down there.
I remember that program. It was extremely informative. I was unaware that Vandenberg was in charge of missile tracking and placing satellites into orbit. Who's our speaker today?
Should be really interesting. It's an update on the automobile industry and the green car movement.
RAM luncheons are the central focus point for everything else in the club. Lunches begin at 11:30 a.m. on the third Tuesday of each month and are over by 1 p.m.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Big Ram is Master of Ceremonies. He presides over the luncheon program and introduces members that give health reports and make special presentations. A 3-course meal is served during these first parts of the agenda, after which a 10-minute intermission allows for table talk with members. Each month, our RAM historian presents This Week in History. This is followed by the RAM humorist with a directive to liven up the crowd. Finally, the feature speaker is introduced for a 20-minute program. These programs are chosen especially for the luncheons and usually relate to current events or local interests. Many of the speakers utilize PowerPoint to visually enhance the subject matter. Programs are always followed by a 10-minute question and answer session. In December, the club holds an annual Christmas Gala with a special holiday program. Members with their wives and special guests enjoy mixing at this event. The newly elected Big and Little Rams are introduced along with new officers. It's a very festive event. The RAM Coffee Cabinet has been meeting every Thursday at 8:30 a.m. since 1993. Members meet for coffee, informal and lively table talk, and fun programs. The Big Bean is Master of Ceremonies. He presides over the program and introduces presentations like Today in History and The Humorist. Members often present short subjects of interest or have special announcements about upcoming local events. Each week, a speaker is introduced for a 20 to 30-minute program. This is followed by a 10-minute question and answer session. Over the years, incredibly diverse subjects have enthralled RAM members. Each year, 50 different programs are selected by the program committee and presented at Coffee Cabinet. Coffee Cabinet gatherings end by 9:30 a.m. The RAM Golf Group meets every Wednesday at Laguna Lake Golf Course, a local executive course especially suitable for fun senior golf games. The golf course layout has 10 holes, both par 3s and par 4s. Most weeks, a team game is played. This engages all players and keeps the competition relaxing and fun. Players of all skill levels are welcome. Golf begins at 9 a.m. when foursomes and occasionally threesomes tee off on the first hole, a challenging par 4. At the end of the round, the tournament chairman tallies the scores and announces winners. Winners are published in the monthly RAM newsletter. The RAM Walking Group conducts moderate walks on scenic trails around the Central Coast, such as the Bob Jones Trail in Avila Beach. The group also conducts active hikes at beautiful trails such as the Bishop Peak Trail and the Montana de Oro State Park. Walks and hikes are planned to accommodate members of all abilities and are designed as a means to enjoy scenic landscapes and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Walks and hikes are scheduled a month in advance by the chair group, so members may choose their own levels and the time for the events. Members and guests of all skill levels are welcome. The Day Trippers group seeks out venues around San Luis Obispo County that are unique and interesting. Trips are scheduled monthly or quarterly. Over the past years, they have toured interesting locations such as the Tall Ships in Morro Bay, the Harris Stage Lines in Paso Robles, a tour of Cal Poly's new Warren J. Baker Center for Science and Mathematics building, and many others. The trips are open to members and guests. The wine tasters meet once each month on the first Thursday. The group meets at members' homes and at many of the abundant and excellent wineries around the county. Wines are chosen by the group chair and include all varietals produced locally and from around the world. Members taste, then rate each wine. In addition to the wines, cheeses of many varieties that pair well with the wines are tasted and rated. Tastings are open to members and guests. The Dining Around group meets at members' homes once each month for an evening of socializing and enjoyment of home-cooked fare.
Parties of 3 couples make up each individual group, and hosting responsibilities are rotated on a volunteer basis.
The host chooses the menu for the evening, and special dishes and desserts may be prepared by attendees. Sign-ups are not limited to members because several 6-party groups are possible. The Lunch Bunch group samples the abundant and diverse restaurant fare on the Central Coast. Each month, a new location is chosen by the group chair, and members sign up for an afternoon of great food and social interaction with members, wives, and guests. In the past, groups have lunched at restaurants in Pismo Beach, Rio Grande, San Luis Obispo, Morro Bay, Paso Robles, Cayucas, Templeton, Santa Maria, and other Central Coast cities. The area is home to wonderful foods of all nationalities: Italian, Portuguese, Mexican, Asian, and of course local American and Western style foods. The number of participants is limited only by the size of the restaurants chosen. Lunches are chosen from the menu at the establishment. The RAM Book Club was founded in 1999 and since then has reviewed a book each month. The group meets the fourth Tuesday of each month at Mount Carmel Lutheran Church. Like all groups in RAM, the book club is organized under a chairman. He chooses books and assigns a moderator for the monthly review. Each month, a lively discussion of the book includes reviews from each participating member. Books of interest to men are the order of the day and cover every imaginable subject.
Alex McDonough. His support is a major factor in RAM Branch 2's success and longevity. San Luis Obispo RAM Branch 2 was founded in 1990. Tom Sullivan, one of the founders, served as Big Ram for the first 2 years. Tom is holder of Ram Badge 001. Paul Tuttle contributed his considerable talents for most of his retired years. The Meritorious Service Award is named after Paul. Ram Coffee Cabinet was formed in 1993 by Don Morris. Don served for an incredible run of 11 years. Since those early years, hundreds of men have contributed their time and talent into keeping the club fun and well organized. You have viewed video clips that showed the fun factor associated with Ram Branch 2. Our sponsored groups are all about having fun. None of this could be without the dedication of our membership. Men from all walks of life bring tremendous experience to keep the club running smoothly. Let me give a short overview of how it all happened. The club is managed by an executive committee. The Big Ram, the president, and Little Ram, vice president, preside over the executive branch, which is made up of the secretary, the treasurer, and 6 directors. A major factor in the success of Ram Branch 2 is the work done by the program committee. This 7-man committee selects, contacts, and schedules every program for both the luncheon and coffee cabinet meetings, amounting to 62 programs a year. Other hard-working committees include membership, Ram website, Ram bulletin, and the committee for each of the sponsored groups. There are no dues to join Ram or any of the sponsored groups. Ram Branch 2 does not charge annual dues or fees. Luncheon and coffee cabinet programs are unique and focused on members' interests. Check out the Ram Branch 2 website, the current bulletin, new member applications, and other member information is posted there. Finally, let me say that we have a table open for you. You are invited to come and see one of our programs. Have a cup of coffee and lunch. Then become a member of RAM. It's that easy. See for yourself our dedication to making retirement years enjoyable.